Tomorrow marks the one-year anniversary of Superstorm Sandy battering us. The outcome devastating for thousands. Remember scenes like this? Well, many have rebuilt. There are countless others still in need. Tonight, a change of fortune for one family. For the next 24 hours, a construction blitz to get them back into their home. Josh Einiger in Midland Beach, Staten Island with more. Josh?
And Shadi, in the past year since Superstorm Sandy, this house has been nothing more than its framing inside. But in the past 10 minutes, this army of volunteers has already insulated the ceiling of the first floor. Dozens of people working through the night to make this house once again a home.
This here was my living room.
It's been a long year for Angela Moravito, a year of heartache after she and her husband lost everything in Superstorm Sandy, a year in a hotel of red tape and fights with contractors as their Midland Beach home sat abandoned.
It's been a long, very rough journey. It's just been really hard for us to get through this.
But they'll get through it tonight thanks to volunteers like Salvatore D'Amico, who will work for 24 hours straight to put their house back together.
We got the idea to do a 24-hour build straight through 24 hours, just working all the way through. And we're starting this house from the beginning.
It's part of an initiative led by Zurich, a global insurance firm that helped rebuild New Orleans after Katrina, and here in Staten Island has teamed up with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation to get victims of Superstorm Sandy back on their feet.
It means I can come back and live in my house again and feel like, I have a place to call home, because right now I just feel lost.
This is, of course, a solemn anniversary of the governor ordering flags at half-staff to remember those who lost their lives, particularly in this neighborhood of Staten Island during Superstorm Sandy. But this is the 33rd house these people have rebuilt, and they plan to revitalize another 60 this year. Here in Midland Beach tonight, there is a celebration. We're live in Midland Beach. Josh Einiger, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
So great to see that.
Well, we're less than an hour away now from the one-year anniversary of Superstorm Sandy.
And take a look behind us here. This is the scene right now on Staten Island. Crews are working around the clock to rebuild a home severely damaged by the storm. These are live pictures here. Volunteers from the Tunnel to Towers Alliance will work in 3 shifts over the next 24 hours with the goal of completing the rebuild. This home is located in Midland Beach. It belongs to Angela and Philip Morabito. They've been Staten Island residents for more than 14 years. And they say they're relieved to finally see the project get underway.
To come to this point tonight, I want to say that I'm very grateful and happy that this is happening. I feel like finally I'm getting a happy ending, to all this, hell that I've been through.
All right, let's take another live look now at the volunteers hard at work, and the goal here is to have the home completely rebuilt by 11 p.m. tomorrow.
And 1 year later, recovery is still elusive for thousands of families who remain homeless by Sandy.
And this week, one family returned to their Staten Island home, also Staten Island, only to discover not everything was working, and that's where their neighbors come in. News 4's Bryn Gingras reports from Midland Beach.
Yeah, this house is so new. There are still building permits on the window. 1 year after Sandy, and this family just says they're happy to have a house to come home to. They've come a long way, but shortly after moving in, they realize they still have a long way to go.
The boxes may not be unpacked, but for the first time in a year, Colleen DePersia and her family finally feel settled.
I'm glad I'm in my house before the 1 year mark.
But it's not quite home sweet home.